Hello, friends. So, just apologies right out of the way. This is Steve. And instead of missing one tooth now, I'm missing three teeth. So, I'm going to try to keep my lip down as long as I can. So, I can look more like an old man than the young, brilliant, um, super rock star of YouTube that I. Oops, there goes the rock star. Now I'm back to the old man category. Anyway, it's great to be with you as always. And if I haven't, I couldn't have mentioned it before because I haven't made a video where I could have mentioned it. But if you are not familiar with Tim Wild, Wild, and his Friday Ascension updates, they're all quite good, but today's Friday Ascension update, and I'm going to post this tomorrow, so it'll be yesterday's Friday Ascension update, was brilliant. I mean, brilliant, 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 brilliant. He was channeling information that was so completely resonant with my whole state of being that I ended up having to write 3 comments. I think maybe 2, but possibly 3. I think the third comment was, I'm going to have to watch this again and again because you gave so much information in that download. It was brilliant. I highly recommend you watch it. Now, let's, so I can kind of forget about my teeth missing because it's going to be a while before I get them back. And so I just have to get over high school and trying not to look too geeky so that there's a possibility that someday in my life one of the girls would be willing to go out with me. And it ended up happening, and it was fine. But in high school, there was just such this pressure to be some sort of guy that I didn't have the natural tendency towards being. So I ended up being close with groups of high school girls. And even though we were the same age in the same class, they saw me as their little brother. For one thing, at 17 years of age, I was 5 foot tall and weighed 85 pounds, had no facial hair. So, of course, people would have thought of me as their little brother. And I was thinking of them as someone who might want to teach me how to kiss. That was pretty much my focus of high school. It wasn't education. Anyway, with teeth missing, there would have been a much less chance of having someone who wanted to kiss. That was my focus in high school, and it's just continued on rest of my life. All right, so let's not have this be completely a comedy video. Let's get serious about consciousness, healing, and transformation. So you got to remember, we only have, and this is going to go out tomorrow. So I'm actually doing this on Friday, so I'm going to have to say we only have 17 more days to cleanse our entire karmic library. Just release and integrate all energies of the event in it. So 17 more days. By the time you watch this, you only have 16 more days to cleanse your entire past. So you'll be aligned and ready to move into fifth dimensional consciousness as a superstar of karmic cleansing. So that'll be us. We'll just be superstars of cosmic cleansing. So one of the ways of doing that is healing fields, connecting to healing fields. And you want to, if you're going to connect to a healing field and you're going to go back to this event that has disturbance that you're going to release and integrate, you want to be grounded. So let's start off. Just say these words. I connect to my deep self. I connect to my higher self. It always makes me yawn. And I cover my mouth now because I just am somewhat toothless. And I highly recommend you read my post that I wrote this morning. And it's one of the better things I've ever written. It'll take you on a trip. It has to do with my own, an attempt to abort me as a fetus and my surviving it. And then my clearing the energy of it yesterday during my dental appointment and why those all connect. I think I included that part of why they all connect. So we connect to our deep self, our higher self, our highest self. We ground ourselves into the healing center of the earth, just imagining the energy going out of our feet and just going all the way to the healing center of the earth and just landing there. Connecting and feeling those healing vibrations coming out of the earth, feeling our energy being released into the earth and the healing energy coming up from the earth into our dantian below our belly button and beginning to fill up all our chakras and open up our crown chakra and just get us ready for complete and total healing on all levels through all space and time. Why not? And then I connect to the oneness and feel that. It's a nice feeling. I choose to let go of anything no longer useful to me. And if you choose to work with the seventh dimensional beings, the Hathors, you might want to state out loud, I choose to work with the Hathors. And they will just assist you in all these processes. And Connie, you were asking about a video, healing video. This might be the one that you were waiting for, and I'm just doing it after you sent me the text message. So this may be the one that just clears all those energies you've been feeling. We'll see. Okay, so I ask that all who participate in this healing field be surrounded by a field of protection. I ask the higher self to take us through the portal of time to the event that would be of the highest good to release and integrate at this time. And I invite all souls affected by this event to return to the event, to release and integrate the energy of the event for themselves. And upon arrival at the event, I ask the higher self to assist us to release and integrate the energy of the event gently and easily, fully and completely, on all levels and through all space and time. Okay, the field is set up. If that's what you came from, came for, and came from, to and fro, then you're set to just work with the energies in a protected field. And then you can hit the pause button, come back later, go towards the end of the video, hopefully it won't be too long, and start play, and then we'll do the closing portion of this healing video. Meanwhile, for those of you, whatever there was, 560 or 640 of you that watched the last Mayan calendar reading, bless you. Makes me look really good at the ratings. Most of my recent videos, because I made so few of them, have been like 30 people. But I did have like a video, it was like 30 people and 12 likes. So usually it's like 30 people, 3 likes, if you get a good one. Or 30 people, 5 likes. That's really good. 30 people, 12 likes? That's like, people really liked it, and they had to hit that button. Okay. So today was the first day of the 9th month. And so the lunar tones are 1 through 13, and the ninth lunar tone is the solar moon. I know it's confusing. There's a second lunar tone is the lunar tone, but all 13 of them are lunar tones. But 9 is the solar lunar tone. You just got to work with it. You just got to kind of work with it in your consciousness, because the ninth month of the 13 months, they're all related to moons, and the ninth month is related to the solar moon. So I'm going to read about the solar moon, because today is also related to the solar tone, which is tone 19. 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. 9. Okay, so tone 9, the solar lunar tone, just keep confusing you, and through confusion, you'll have much more understanding. Tone 9, the solar lunar tone, is about pulsing, realizing, and your intention about the future that you vision yourself living in. If you don't have a conscious intention, your unconscious will create what you're moving to. And who knows what's in your unconscious. So if you use your consciousness to intend and imagine this world of your future that you wish to move into, that would be referred to as your intention. Not being intention, but your intention. What you would like to observe in your future. So, this is from Gary Zukov, who wrote books on consciousness. I can't remember what they were, but I'm sure they were good. I might have read some of it, but I didn't read whole books, because consciousness you can only take so much of. Little joke there. On a site that's about healing and consciousness, you can only take so much consciousness, but you can really only take so much healing as well. But you want to continue to heal. You don't want to just expire, reach your expiration date. Okay, so from Gary Zukov. Yes, I did have coffee today. From the perception of the multisensory human, the intention behind an action determines its effects. Every intention affects both us and others, and the effects of intentions extend far beyond the physical world. Thumbs up, or thumb up. Tone 9 pulses the power of intention. Here we awaken to the realization of universal mind, the oneness, universal consciousness, universal mind, the one mind, the one. It's all the same thing. It's all one. What's your part in it? You're one of the one. And I'm one of the one. And I am that I am. And you are that you are. And so we're either an I am or a you are. But we're all on the same team. And there is an I in team because I spell it T-I-A-M. Why do I spell it that way? Because I always wanted there to be an I in team. So I just changed the spelling of it. How hard was that? I mean, used to be back in the day, the British people, they just made up the spelling of words. And they all spelled them differently. But they all sort of recognized what they were saying. Possibly. We don't know. I can't remember being there. Okay. Tone 9 pulses the power of intention. Here we awaken. Now get these words. I don't know what I'm going to be reading. I've read them before, but I still don't know what I'm going to be reading. But get these words in your body, not in your head. Get these words in your body. Here we awaken to the realization of universal mind, which precedes and directs all manifestations of our physical world, including what we manifest. Universal mind is what precedes what we manifest. So when we're connected to universal mind, which we always are, but we may not kind of grok it or embody it, we may say, no, I'm separate from everything. I'm an individual. Yeah, best of luck with that. And as long as you hold on to that, I hope you have some enjoyment in it, feeling separate from something that there's no way you can separate from. But it's okay to have the perception that you're separate from it, and it's okay to have the perception that you're not separate from it. But one might make you more uncomfortable. I don't know which one it is, so it's your choice. You just go with it. We see the non-linear emanations of consciousness which uphold this reality. We understand that information is perpetually sent and received by our biopsychic circuitry every moment, whether we are aware of the experience or not, which I think is what I just said. As the ancients say, and if the ancients said it, well, it must be safe and effective. Seems like there's a lot of ancient ones saying safe and effective, safe and effective, safe and effective, like little parrots, which I think they were, actually. Not necessarily safe and effective parrots, but parrots nonetheless, because they're just parroting the words, parroting the words, parroting the words, safe and effective, safe and effective, safe and effective. I don't think it's necessarily turning out to be accurate perception of reality, but for many it might be, and that's okay too. I'm fine with whatever it is. We're all just living in this perfect world, sometimes not seeing it as perfect. But is that the fault of the world or our perception, or nobody's fault? And everybody's perception is perfect, even if it's polar opposites in perception. And that's just another perception that you can agree with or disagree with, because you have the right to perceive things however you want to perceive them, right? My friend said, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. And I said, well, that's just an opinion. Because when I'm feeling it, I'm messing with you continuously in ways that might be useful. Probably will be useful. Received by our biopsychic circuitry every moment, whether we're aware of the experience or not. As the ancients say, whatever you put your attention on grows stronger in your life. Right now, for many people, it might be fear, because they're being told, be afraid, be afraid, be afraid. You repeat it 3 times and then it's a spell. Be afraid, be afraid, be afraid. So people are going like, oh, I'm supposed to be afraid. What should I be afraid of? How about this? How about this? How about this? Oh yeah, I'm afraid of that. I'm afraid of that. Good, you're following the program and we're watching you through your computer that you're getting it. Yeah, I'm afraid. Good, good, stay afraid. We want you afraid, because if you're not afraid, you're thinking for yourself, and that can mess up the whole program. We're attempting to hypnotically induce you to perceive yourself in a particular way, and if you repeat safe and effective, safe and effective, safe and effective, then we know that you're properly programmed, and you'll do stupid things possibly. Not that you haven't done them before anyway, without. I mean, maybe we've always been programmed. I think there's a good chance of this, because they were really talking about hypnotic program back in the days of Mesmer, which is prior to Freud. And I think Jung was into this hypnotic thing but I don't think Freud was. I think Freud dabbled in it, but Freud had his own reality, and I think that's why Freud and Jung, um, Freudian slipped, and Jung took off on his own. He thought Freud was an old man. He wanted to be a young man, so to speak. Solar tone challenges harness energy information by directing it. Pulsing is a way to amplify or communicate using mental, emotional, and spiritual energy united. The three: mental, emotional, and spiritual energy, and physical energy, so it might be the four. Exercise your natural ability to be in telepathic contact. Did you hear that? Telepathic contact. How about this? Telepathically, what am I thinking? Think for yourself. What am I thinking? Think for yourself. What am I thinking? Think for yourself. Well, that's no way to get a person programmed. Well, maybe they're being programmed to think for themselves. Well, that could work. I'll have to think about that for myself. I'm not thinking for you. Think on your own. Make up your own story. Make it a good one. If you're going to make something up, make up something you like. If you're making up things you don't like, you got to question your thought processes. I mean, I've made lots of things up I didn't like, but hopefully I'm doing it less. Exercise your natural ability to be in telepathic contact. It requires clarity, connection, and like our bodies pulse, a steady streaming surge of energy. Realize your vast capacity to broadcast your truths both subtly and physically. Now, what was today? I think today was a blue night, but let me look again. Today was a blue night, and seeing that we're almost over with it, I'm just going to give you the 3 words related to blue night. Maybe 4, 5. So blue is related to the West. It's related to transformation. So the blue night is about transforming our consciousness. It's related to the solar plexus. There you go again, Connie. You were asking about the solar plexus on a blue night day. And night day is meant to confuse you a bit more and let that energy open up at the solar plexus in the heart. See if this video actually turns out to be your healing video. Wouldn't surprise me. Blue night is about dreams, abundance, and intuition. And according to the Oahu lineage, which I think is Paco Votan and his group of groupies, in that Oahu lineage, they said, what occurs around you and within you reflects your own mind and shows you the dream you are weaving. That was today. That dream will show up later, possibly. So tomorrow, which is Saturday, is a yellow seed day, and yellow is about the south, and it's about ripening, and it's the root chakra, rooting you into the earth and letting that strong earth energy come up and filling up your body battery and your chakras and really running up and down your Akashic record system known as your spine, where Kundalini rises when it's time, and hopefully not before it's time. And that Kundalini rises, and that crown chakra opens, and we open up and just bring this earth energy in, and we open up and bring this sky energy into the earth. So we got energy going in that way, we got energy going that way. Because according to the Mayan word for human being, which is Winklil, which the definition of Winklil is cosmic vibratory root. We're the root system of the cosmic consciousness. That's how that consciousness comes in. It comes in through us. And the more it comes in, the more it goes up and down, up and down, up and down, the more our central canal gets larger. The more our central canal gets larger, it gets more able to move energy from the cosmos into the earth, from the earth into the cosmos, and this energy is moving. And the larger it gets, the larger it gets, the larger it gets, that central channel, the more energy we can handle moving through us. And you'll just notice it as it gets larger. So tomorrow, Saturday, is about targeting and about flowering and awareness. So oftentimes those chakras are referred to as lotus blossoms, which are flowers. And that flowering might be the awakening of your consciousness and your energy systems that begin to align and bring you into a harmonious state, so that what you put your attention on, what you target, are seeds that you plant for the future that you then walk into. Talk about hypnosis. That was some pretty good hypnosis right there from a toothless old guy. Okay, that's enough about tomorrow. Oh, well, wait. There's a statement by Ariel Spilsbury. Don't get lost in the entire process of manifestation or womanifestation. Just begin by seeding your heart's desire. All seeds hold the holographic power of their completion. So just seed your heart's desire and let them flower. Okay. That's tomorrow. And then there's Sunday, I think. And I'm just going to look again and make sure that Sunday is a white world bridger day. And I had a white world bridger write to me today. But, yeah. So, no, why is Sunday? Okay, so it's, because I had it. Okay, so I had a little backwards. So, wait a sec. Today, which is Friday, is a blue night. Tomorrow, which is Saturday, is a yellow seed. So we've got that right so far, yellow seed. And then Sunday is a red spectral serpent. And Sunday also is, there are 13 auspicious days that were recorded in the walls of the tomb cave of the Mayan prophet, seer, sage, time engineer, Pakal Votan, who lived from 603 to 683. If you do the math, he was 80 when he checked out. But on his wall of his cave, he had 13 days written in that were auspicious days that occur in the 260-day cycle. That's part of the 365 days. But every 260 days, it starts over again. And this 260-day cycle happens to complete on March 24th, 2025, which just so happens that that 28-year cycle of cleansing completes on that day as well. So the Mayan calendar just lines up completely with Abrahamanad's, the new soul of the earth, cleansing, 28-year cleansing plan just completes on the 24th, which is a yellow Sunday. But this Sunday is a red serpent day, and the red is about the east, and it's about initiating. It's about the crown chakra, and it's about survives, about life force, and about instinct. And there was something written by John Lee, who I think was a musician, that says, I have learned that the body listens to rhythms the mind can't even hear. Red serpent represents our primal nature, our instinctual body, wisdom and sensuality, creativity and passion. Serpent reminds us to center in our earthly vehicles, honoring them as incredible sensual mechanisms, recognizing that our bodies offer us infinite opportunity for experience. They are our living temples, our one and only home for this lifetime. As our partners in life, our bodily vessels invite us to nourish ourselves, to ground, to breathe, to stretch, to move, to dance, to feel, to discover, to physically express, and above all, to sense, to be creatures, not intellects. Follow the body. It has a language all its own. Intimately connected to our soul, our serpent bodies and its senses are gateways to that which lies beyond the body, offering themselves as a conduit to access the greater wholeness. As a tool and a guide, our bodies are our allies in self-intimacy, renewal, and empowerment. Life force is our vitality. Every moment, the decisions we make impact our store of life force. It is ours to cultivate and care for. One of the most powerful sources of life force we all possess is our sexual energy, literally our sacred creative energy known as our Kundalini. Our inner serpent fire ignites our divine potential residing within. The serpent reminds us to merge our primal life force energy with our higher visionary eagle mind to become balanced and fully alive as a feathered serpent. This allows us to bring holistic insights into matters of survival and creation, assuring we see what's near and far. So that takes us through Sunday. Maybe Monday I'll do a few more days video, especially if my Mayan calendar readings are going to have 500-600 people clicking on them. Makes me look like a YouTube rock star, which my symbol is a rock. So, and yeah, and I am a registered alien. So I'm Sirius, or from Sirius, or at least have a memory of being Sirius at one point. I may have lost my Sirius connection, and I'm just now having Venus, Venus envy. Okay, that's enough, really, except for the very last part. So when you people, when I start putting my hand up like this, you people that, stop this video earlier and are coming back to finish up the healing session that we did while I talked about the Mayan calendar. Here's what we do to finish that finish that sentence and finish that session. It's interesting when the mind just starts just having words just floating around. You're trying to grab them. like my cat when she doesn't want to be caught. Okay, so We ask the higher self in our soul group to assist all the souls that return to the event to combine with that part of their soul that had remained at the event and bring that combined soul back into the body in present time with all of its wisdom, power, clarity, compassion, curiosity, and kindness. I ask that all souls ground themselves into the healing center of the earth with peace and love. And I ask all the souls to create a portal, an opening for the new energies we agreed to bring into the earth at this time. And I ask the higher self and the interdimensional being and all the beings that we have here present to assist us to bring in these new energies into the earth at this time through peace and love, the healing center of the earth. And once they arrive there, to activate them and spread those seeds, those yellow seeds, those golden seeds throughout the planet, and to activate those energies even more fully. And I let the universe and beyond know that this has been done and that it's good. Okay, that's a healing session for tonight. I'll get it uploading, and I got a feeling I went on for 30 minutes, so we'll just see how that all goes, and may it serve you right. And healing is change. Without change, there isn't healing. And healing is about letting the energy flow. So when the energy feels stuck, lovingly hold it and breathe deeply out, so that if that stuck energy needs to, it can ground itself into the healing center of the earth and return that energy that was stuck into the energy that flows up and down, up and down, up and down. Just like that. Boom. All right. Be well and change if you want to. If you don't want to, try not to. Best of luck. Namaste.